All right. Good morning, everybody. My computer, I'm running a little bit behind, but we're going to get caught up and go through everything here in great detail. Let's get my screen sharing going. So bear with me for 1 second. All right. So perfect. All right. Hopefully all of you can see my screen here. I'm trying to change things up just a little bit for you. Uh, My name is Tyler Leon. I'm with Remax Excalibur, also part of the Remax Select group based here in Scottsdale, Arizona, with an office in Tucson as well. So my contact information and the information for product support is on your screen there. And I will actually, I'm going to bring up my notes and I'm going to change my screen share just a little bit. Bear with me for 1 second. Move it over here. And we're going to do a new share. Let's do this. Perfect. All right. We're going to do that. We're going to move this. We're going to do this. Come on. All right. There we go. Now it still wants to bring it over. So, anyhow, all right. I'll paste the information in here in just a second. Uh, so for support, you can contact the product support team. They're the ones that are flipping the knobs and or rotating the knobs, flipping the switches to fix things. I'm a great resource for how do you do, where do I find, things like that. You can set up a time to meet with me via my TidyCal, which I love and use constantly. So it's a great way to meet with me. Here, I'll just pull it up here and I'm going to put it in the chat log. So if y'all want to copy and paste it, that's fine. There's that. And then a couple other things for you to be aware of. So let's see, the Success Summit, I just found out they have pulled that for the moment. So we've got my recorded sessions and the sessions that Remax has put together, some general training. So if you want to use that QR code or use that link, you can use that to access some of the trainings that I have posted in previous weeks and other topics. And then last but not least is our the general webinars that Remax hosts. So again, you got a QR code and the link as well that you can utilize to get access to other trainings that are recorded and available to you. So, let's do this. We'll do that into the chat. And then let's see, there's that. And then we're going to do this. So, and the reason why I do all this is one, to inform you. For all of you that have been on my sessions before, I probably sound like a broken record, and that's kind of by design. If there's some people that are kind of late to joining in, this gives them a chance to join in without missing some of the content of today's session as well. So again, support, webinars, tons of information online available to you at your fingertips to access whenever you see fit. And yeah, so let's get going here. I'm going to minimize this, get that out of the way. Perfect. Okay. Oh, my screen sharing got paused. Here we go. Resume. Oh, I see what's going on. Apparently when I create a new screen share, it doesn't unpause it. So for those of you that are wondering where these QR codes I was telling you about, now you should be able to see them on the screen. There's one for my recorded sessions. And then we also have a QR code for the general webinars that Remax hosts or the Bold Trail support team hosts. So, and I put those links into the chat as well. So if you're not a QR code person or don't want to be writing down URLs, you can just copy them from the chat log. So, all right, we're going to move along here. All right, close this. Okay, so today's session is going to be talking about Design Center, the Design Center component of Bold Trail. Some of you that have been with Remax for a long time know the name Design Center. They just carried it forward onto the new product that's a part of the Bold Trail, formerly known as KB Core platform. So it is, they do similar things, but it's a completely different system than what it was before. So it's possible they actually bought the Imprev Design Center system way back in the day and just massaged it in, but they've obviously updated it and done a lot of things. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but that could be what is going on. So to get into the into Bold Trail, again, you always go to remax.net. And then you sign in using your remax.net email address and password. Whoops, it's already gotten signed in, so now you got to sign out. So remax.net email address and password. If you don't know what your password is, click on forgot username or password, and you will be able to reset your credentials to access the Bold Trail, or Max Center, which then allows you access to Bold Trail. And if you don't know what your username is, or if there's a problem resetting your password, call or text the support team down here, and they will be able to help you get signed in. Your local staff at your office does not have access to your passwords, nor can they reset your passwords for you. So you would have to contact the support team in order to do so. Now, once you're in the Max Center system, there's obviously a ton of information and tools available to you in here. What you're looking for is the platform Max Tech powered by Bold Trail tile. If you want to make it kind of pop up towards the top of the screen every time you sign in, click on the little tassel here to bookmark it, and then that will move it kind of towards the top. And then once you are in the platform, you're going to see this. So here we are in the Bold Trail platform. Now, before I get really going on this, this is designed to be somewhat interactive as well. So if there are questions, comments, if I went a little too fast or something like that, just either unmute yourself or raise your hand or type in the chat, and I will monitor that the best of my abilities so we can address the question you have. Likelihood is if you have the question, somebody probably else does as well. So don't worry about being embarrassed or anything about asking a silly question or something like that, because it's all, hopefully going to help everybody here. So to get into the Design Center platform, you've got the search bar up here. You can type in Design Center, and you can go into the Design Center here. And this is also a way to get into like Present and all the other parts or tools that are built into the Bold Trail platform. So, but what I want to do right now is, since today's session is really going to be talking about promoting yourself and your listings, what I'd like to do is show you how to get into listing content creation. Now, here's the thing with the Bold Trail platform and some of the automation that it automatically does for you. And then I want to do a kind of a quick account setup double check to make sure that your listings are being fed into the system properly. Because what I was going to tell you is, anytime you have a new listing, a price change, a open house, or a sold activity on one of your properties, you should receive automatically generated marketing materials on those properties when they have those events occur. So usually within 24 hours. So I had an agent last week call me, say, I just put an open house into the MLS. When will I get my materials? And I said, well, they try to send them as quickly as possible. Usually a few times throughout the day, the system syncs, but hopefully no more than 24 hours. So to make sure that your listings are being properly fed into the platform, you click on your photo here in the top right-hand corner. Click on My Profile. Now, I do not actively carry listings normally. So the way I do this has to be a little bit different than what you're going to see. But once I get in here, click Edit Profile. And then right here is where you type in your MLS IDs. Now, for those of you in the East Coast, I understand that you've got multiple MLSs that you might be a part of. So here's a way to make sure you're in the correct MLS information is listed here. So you would check the boxes of any of the MLSs that you are a part of, and then any properties that you would have had listed there. So again, check the box, click yes, confirm, or if it's not correct, I don't want to do it to throw off my system, but you would click no, none of these are correct. And then because of all these MLSs that are in some different parts of the country, like New Jersey, if the MLS you're a part of is not showing up here, you'll want to use this chat box down here, and I'll show you where that is here in a second to see if they can figure out how to get that MLS to show up under your profile. That's not something I have the knowledge or ability to do. So once you click off the property, your listing, confirm the information, click yes. You can enter in any other MLS IDs that would be a part of that property as well, or a part of that ID, and you would click save to pull that in. And then once you've got the information populated in the box, you have to click save to make sure it saves that information. And then now your MLS ID is going to be linked to all of your listings, which should keep that flow of the automated marketing pieces operating for you. Okay, so that's kind of a setup thing. We've talked about setup in previous sessions. I'm not going to get into the whole profile thing right now. I just want to make sure you've got your listings being fed into the platform. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to the left-hand side and I'm going to click on listings, and then I can choose my listings, company listings, manual listings, team listings, sold listings. So most of you are going to be working with my listings, but as I said in the promo information that was going out to all of you, you can actually create promotional materials for other listings using the Design Center platform. So not only can you make like a flyer or postcard or social media post for your listings, you can do one for another agent's listing as well. Now, I always say, talk to the agent before you just start creating flyers and social media posts and boosting and things like that, because it does kind of make the perception of that listing being yours, even though it isn't. But per IDX rules within all the MLSs, when somebody clicks on a social media post or something like that, it will say that the listing is courtesy of EXP or Coldwell Banker or something else if it is one of those listings. If it's your listing, obviously it's going to be your information, Remax, all that stuff is going to show up on there. But it is IDX compliant is what I'm trying to say here. So if I click on my listings, so the only listing I've got that is showing up now is a listing I had for a family member, it was about a year ago. So all I can do are create sold assets for this. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to company listings, and it's going to bring up all the different listings that are in the office here. So I've got some in my Tucson office. I got some with my Phoenix agents. I mean, all these listings are available to me to promote. Now, I think what I will do here is, let's just click on one of these. We'll go to the first one. We'll go to Rosewood Court. Now I can do a few things here. Obviously, I can send it via email. I can boost property. I can do a lot of different things over here. I can print a flyer, which is just a quick, dirty flyer on that property. I'll quick print on this, and that way we can all see what comes up. So this is like the fast, easy way to create a flyer on a property. But I'm going to show you how you can create something that's more personalized and you have more control over it. So here's a big old, big old flyer that you can download onto your computer. And this was just a couple clicks. Now I can't go in and manipulate this right now because I kind of took the short route on this. I wanted something quick and easy that I could just get out to a client or whatever real quickly. So I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to come back here. And I'm going to go up to the top here where it says listing promotion. So over here, kind of on the left-hand side, click listing promotion. Now here is where I can create some materials for this listing that has my contact information on it. So I've got two options. I've got Quick Create and Design Center. Now, what do you think Quick Create is? Something that is going to be kind of just thrown together real quick based off of a template that's already preloaded in the system, and that you don't have to spend a lot of time manipulating. So let's click Quick Create and just go through that process. Now, is it a just listed property? Is it coming soon? Is it open house? Is it price reduced or just sold? You need to pick one of those options, okay? And then what kind of kit do you want with it? Do you want it to have the collection branding? Do you want it the Remax kit? Kit? You might, based off of your office and how they've set up your kits, if you will, that is how you would have those different options. So let's just say I want Remax US. I'm going to click create assets. Now I didn't click the collection because I noticed that the property was a $620,000 home. Beautiful home, but does not meet the $1 million criteria for our market for a collection listing. So what I'll do here is hopefully within a couple minutes that email should come from Remax with those assets, and I will show them to you once they pop up. I've got my email open, and I'll keep an eye on that as we are waiting. Now, I can also come in and click Create in Design Center, and really that's no different than coming in here and clicking Design Center as well. So I'm going to click Design Center. And it's going to take me in. Now over here, notice that it's got the property address already in there. If for some reason the property address is not showing up in there, you should be able to select it and or enter the information in to feed that MLS data into the templates of the property or templates for the marketing pieces. So here are some of those quick assets that have already been created: postcards, flyers, postcard, flyer, social media post, social post, main feed. This would be kind of like a good Facebook type post. And let's see, let's just say we want to do this flyer here. So I want to click on Edit Design. So now here is where I can actually manipulate the content within the flyer. So we can customize a little bit. Now, the thing to know about this Design Center platform is everything is template based. It's very static. There's only like one or two things you can actually like move around. Now you can swap out photos and do all kinds of stuff here. So right here in the kind of the middle, you've got a plus and minus sign where you can zoom in and scroll down and see the whole flyer, if you will. Now the other thing you'll notice is my cursor changes to a kind of an eye symbol when I click in these kind of grayed out areas. So if I need to change the price because maybe I know that during my open house the price is going to be reduced to $5.99, and then I could actually change this to open house. Right, I goofed up and clicked on the wrong one. Julie Grayman, for the luxury branding is a requirement 1 million. Yeah, Julie, I used 1 million as kind of the benchmark. Nobody's going to get mad at you for putting collection branding on $1 million listing. Yes, it is supposed to be 1.5 times the average sales price of a zip code, but to do that math and to try to figure it out and the policing of it doesn't exist. So I just instead of making it complicated, I just say $1 million. Now, if you're like in Beverly Hills, a $1 million property is probably a shed with it might have a front door on it. It's a little bit different, but for most markets, I would use 750 or $1 million or above as the benchmark for collection branding. So hopefully that answers your question, Julie. So back to the flyer here. Again, I can change some of this information. The number of photos, you're not really going to be able to change that because of the template that you're in, but you can at least change the title of it. And then in the box here, if I want to scroll down, I can type in the box May 10 and 11 2 to 4 p.m. Okay, so you can fill in these boxes with whatever information you want. Okay, scrolling down, so let's see, there's basic information. See, some of these things you're not going to be able to add or remove. I can't click on it. Okay, so but I can type in these boxes and change the information there. Okay, I can also change the verbiage. So again, if I zoom in, I can adjust the verbiage. If it turns this kind of like yellowish color when my cursor moves over it, that means I can type in there and eliminate content, type in new verbiage, whatever it is. Now it's just pulling this from the MLS. So if the information's completely wrong, yeah, you'll want to change that information. Okay. Now, photos. So this agent did kind of a pet peeve of mine. No knock against them, but uh, they basically just took 4 pictures of the front of the house as the main photos of the listing. I always say, because of the way websites like Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com and Homes.com, they pull the first few photos in the MLS and put those into the feed of the search results on their website. So consequently, when you're putting 4 or 5 homes of the or photos of the front of the home, which may be absolutely jaw-dropping gorgeous, when somebody's scrolling through one of these websites, all they're seeing are basically the same side of the house and nothing else. They're not seeing the $300,000 remodeled kitchen that is just looks like it belongs in a movie. So I always say, when you're putting photos into the MLS, make your first 4 or 5 photos the best photos of the property, not necessarily the front of the property. But I'm going to get off my horse here and scroll down. So this is a good property photo of the front. I want to change this one though, and I actually would want to change all of them, but because I'm not actually creating a flyer for use, I'm just going to do some demonstration here. All I have to do is click on swap image, and then it's going to pull up all of the photos that are available in the MLS. And I mean, the photos of this property are very, very well done. They're totally professional, you can tell. So maybe if the inside of the property is kind of trash, you're not gonna, you may find a picture of the front yard and picture of the backyard and maybe an aerial shot or all you want. So all I have to do is click on the image that I want to swap out, and then boom, it swaps it out. So click on this one, click on another. So let's go down. Let's say we want the RV gate. Okay, so great. Click on insert file, and that's changed as well. So as you can see, not too hard to update the information here. And then once you have identified that it looks the way you want it to, uh, you can now download it, which is going to download it as a with bleed, which means you can take it to a professional printer and have them print it where all the graphics and everything kind of feed out to the edge of the paper. Or if you just want to print something at home, or you got a friend that's got a good laser printer at their house, or you want to use the office printer to print, I would say you want to download it in the canvas size. So I'm going to click download now under canvas size, and then it is going to think. As you can see, the little wheel is spinning over here. And then while it's doing that, down here, print with Express Docs. Express Docs is just a company that Remax has got a handshake agreement with, where they will offer discounted high quality printing on your print materials, whether it be a flyer, a brochure, a postcard. They do all of it. I think they can also do some mailing for you as well. The cost to do so is obviously based off of how many prints, how many postcards, things like that. So Express Docs is a paid third party that you would have to engage to print your materials if you choose. Otherwise, you can just take it to Kinko's or Alpha Graphics or print it at your printer. And then here it is. You can just download it to your desktop or your My Documents or anywhere you want. And now that document is now saved to my computer, and can go up here, click on open, and then we'll take a look at the flyer here. And assuming I did everything I needed to, everything should look just fine. So here's all my information. It's got the brokerage name on there. It's got my information. And what's interesting is, so this is not my listing. Remember, keep that in mind. So for those of you that are, you've sold all of your listings, you've had a great month, and you want to go do an open house, or you want to promote another person's listing and promote it on Facebook, maybe get some leads off it, you can do it. Just, like I said, talk to the listing agent, make sure they know what you're up to. So if they get a call from a seller or neighbor or something like that saying, hey, why is your name on all this stuff? You actually, they know what's going on. Oh yeah, we're just getting more impressions for your listing. That's all we're doing. So yeah, that is how you create a flyer within the Design Center platform. And again, you can do that on any property you choose. can be on your listings, it can be on the company listings, you can do it on other company listings as well. So now if I kind of rewind here a little bit, I'm just going to go, let's just go to Design Center. Let's go right back to the beginning, Design Center. Let's clear out the property address. So we're just coming in here for the very first time. We're going to click on all media. And this is how you can go in and create materials for yourself from scratch if you choose. Now, you have different options across the top here. You have print media, social media, video, website, and then save designs. So save designs is where you can go to manipulate materials that you've already created. So if you've done an open house and in 2 weeks, you haven't sold it yet, but maybe the sellers have reduced the price. They finally 86 that blue shag carpet in the living room, and you're ready to show the house again. You can come in and recreate the materials from where you last started. So you can just maybe swap out a couple photos and change the price and the date of the open house or whatever, and you're not having to do it all from scratch. So you can go into these saved designs and then just scroll down and click show more. Obviously, I've done a lot of different designs for demo and training purposes here. So I've got a lot of stuff that I've created for a variety of properties. And you can see they're all still saved under my account. So again, it's to save you time, so you don't have to go in and do everything again from scratch. Okay. Now if I scroll up and let's say we want to do something social media related, we're going to click. Actually, you know what? Before I get into that, I'm a button guy. Some of you might be looking at this. Okay, what are settings? What are my listings? What are listing machine? Well, let's take a quick pause and go through those. So settings, you really can't do much with them, and I honestly encourage you not to. Really about the only thing I would encourage you to do is maybe change if you have a personal logo that you've had a graphic artist create for you, you can go in and upload a secondary logo for yourself. Maybe it's like a cartoon of you holding your for sale sign with the dog underneath you or something like that. You can upload your secondary logo, so those will be posted into the content that you're creating if the template allows. Some of the templates, they only have a primary logo. Some of them have a primary and a secondary. So it just depends on the template that you're in, okay? So that is what I would say you would want to change. Your social media settings. You can link up your social media accounts through here if you choose to do so. So you can link your Facebook, Instagram, but take note, we cannot post them on Instagram, but they will create assets for you and send them to you. So there is no living link through the system and Instagram, but at least it knows, hey, you've got an Instagram account and can use the marketing materials that they've got preloaded into the system. So it will send you those what they call assets. So it would be an Instagram friendly photo or something like that. And then video, YouTube, you need to have your own YouTube channel. And it says, note if the YouTube connection is removed, video descriptions will not update when a listing status change occurs. So just little things for you to be aware of in this kind of fine print underneath here. I would encourage you to link your stuff. And I've got some of these turned on and off for, my own reasons for training and whatnot. So, yeah, and it does, for those of you that weren't a part of the social training, it does post only to your business page. It will not auto post to your personal page. You would have to post it to your business page and then share it to your personal page. So again, that's additional training from another session that we can go through if there's time towards the end of our time today. And then videos, you can do some different things here to customize that. So these are just kind of settings, if you will. You can go in and play around with them, but honestly, I don't think there's a ton of value to going in and spending a lot of time trying to manipulate this stuff, because the more you change things around, the more likely it's going to goof up the way the templates look. So just be careful, trust the system, take a look at it. And then if there's something that you're like, yeah, I really want to change this, go for it. And then if you don't like it, change it back. Okay. My listings is really the same thing as what we just did over here. So I'm going to click back. And then listing machine is a way to kind of systematically choose what materials you want sent to you. Now, your office has already got you set up with kits, or they should. If nothing else, from the default, they should automatically be fed through to you. So these kits have already been provided to us by our office and by Remax Corporate as well. So you can go in and edit them if you want to receive, some different collection branded things. Some of them you might be able to change, some of them you might not, just depending on who built the kits. But you can also create a new kit. So if you want to make sure that you're receiving a video link, a social media post, and an open house flyer or something like that, you can do that by clicking the create new kit, then go through and select what the items are that you want automatically created for you. Add item, what do you want? Do you want a video? Do you want a listing? So again, you don't have to do this, but because I know some of you are going to see that listing machine button and want to click on it and see what this is how you do it. So this is how you do it. I got that song in my head now. Great. Yeah, full disclosure, I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. I've got a stomach bug that's driving me nuts, so I might be a little loopy, and I apologize. When you're done going through all these items, and make sure you save what you're doing as you go, click on save, and that's what's going to save that kit. So now when you have a listing of your own, this is only going to happen on your listings, and when you have these triggers occur. The triggers again are just listed, price reduction, open house, and just sold. Those are the triggers that are available on your listings, and then the kits will be emailed to you. And I'm still looking for my kit to be created, which it has not done yet, but I'm sure it will be here shortly. So, okay, so coming back to my listings here. Manual listings. This is, so for those of you that promote a listing that is not yet live in the MLS. So there's been a lot of conversation about coming soon properties and clear cooperation. You can, so most MLSs, from my understanding, do not feed coming soon properties into third-party systems like Bold Trail. So, no, thanks, Connie. I just saw your note. Yeah, yeah, I'll be fine. Thank you. They do not feed coming soon properties into the into Bold Trail or other platforms. So if you're wanting to create, like you're going to do an open house, like a pre-market open house or something like that, which you can do, you can come into manual listings, add a listing, and then create that listing in the system. So here, let's just do, all right, I've got 12672 North 88th place. That's a near property I'm aware of. Area, I can call this Pima Vista because that's the name of the community, or I can take it out, put it down here, and then click next. And I don't think, okay, perfect. So now you're essentially building the listing. So I don't really want to go through and take all the time to do all this, but yeah, you just select things on and off. I mean, again, because it's not pulling data from the MLS, yeah, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time to build this listing in. So let's just say all these, listing type, let's just do some coming soon, property test, type family, single family, property style, year built in 1988. Let's just do 3, 2. So in our MLS, we have half baths. Sometimes, depending on your MLS, you may only have full bathrooms. So this is how you'd enter in a half bathroom. So let's say there's one half bathroom. square footage, 1,400 square feet. And I think I can get by with just doing that. So as you may have seen, the system flagged me because I didn't fill out all the information that was the information that was available. Or that was required. So photos, if I have a photo of a property, I can select click to upload, go to Remax photos, and then here are some Arizona homes. And I can just like click on this property and then click next. So I can add additional photos if I choose to do so. And then price, well, it's nice home, so we'll say it's 1,500,000. Remove from the site. So that's smart. You'll want to, when you know the property is going to go live in the MLS. So let's say we know it's going to be live on Monday the 12th. We can do that. Link to MLS listing. If you have an MLS number that's been assigned to your property because it's in coming soon status, you can put that number in there to help keep that connection. And then listing status. Honestly, I've never seen that before. I think that might be something new. And then remarks, this is a beautiful home with expansive desert vistas. Okay, so and then click finish. You might be missing some information. Yeah, the only reason why it's telling me that is because I kind of flew through the listing data. We didn't really go through and do much with it. So here's this North 88th place coming soon. I can boost it, which means I can create a social media ad for it. Or at this point now, I can click on it and now I can create some, I should be able to print a flyer. Because I only added one photo, there's going to be very little that I'm going to be able to do with this. But at least I can create a flyer and I can do edit listing and create some additional listing info. Let's see, there's a question regarding team logos. Give me just a minute and I'll circle back to that and show you where you can find that information. Not a problem. So yes, close this window. And then yeah, so that's how you can create some materials for that property. If I click on it, let's see, where else, what else can I do here? So if I go into Design Center, what's this address? 12672. So if I go into Design Center, then 672. So there's my manual listing that I've pulled up. Got to click on it, create a flyer. I've only got the one photo, so I would want to click on this one photo. It didn't keep the address in there. It's 12672 North 88th. Come on. Then I'll just select the one photo from the option. It's building it based off that information. So yeah, here's the branding. I can, again, if I created more photos and put more information in there, we'd probably get some additional information, but I can go in and manipulate this a little bit. Now, something else I want to show you here. So for Alina, to add your additional team logos, you'll go to settings. So we're in Design Center, click settings in the top right hand corner. If I scroll like all the way up, we're still in the Design Center screen, as you can see over here. Click settings. For me, it always pops up as company first. You don't have to type your name in over here. I just have to do it because I've got manager status and I have to do it this way. But normally it would just be your name that shows up. And then where it says logos here on the left hand side, click edit. And then scroll down, and then you would, if there's something already in there, you can delete it by clicking on the red X, and then add the logo that you have uploaded, or if you've already got a logo that you've uploaded into the platform, you can do that there. So click close. I'm going to click cancel so I don't mess up my template here, but you would normally click save at that point. So cool, you found it, great. Okay, where was I going next here? I'm still waiting for my materials to come through. They should be here soon. So let's see. Oh, QR codes. So I always say COVID made QR cool again, right? Like COVID was just a horrible experience for pretty much everybody. But the one thing that kind of came out of it was QR codes came back and have kind of stuck around. So QR codes are really good for print material for the most part. So for your QR codes for a listing or something along those lines, here's actually, so let's see, there's a couple ways we can do this. First, I'm going to do it on a flyer. So let's just do we'll edit a flyer design. The property address is already up here. If it isn't, you can type it in and that's what's going to pull in that property address. And then you're going to see a little slider here that says QR code. We're going to click on that. Now, where do you want it to go? You want it to go to your RE/MAX website. So now if you have another website that you're promoting, you would type in that address. Now, as you can see over here, this is one of those things that you can click on and move around. So it just kind of dropped it onto your website. And I don't know if you need to make it that big, but you can drop it on there. And now somebody, if they want to scan the QR code, it's going to take them to your personal RE/MAX website, and it's going to take them to that particular listing. And that's lead gen right there. So that's how you can put a QR code on your print materials. You can do the same thing on on a postcard and brochures and things of that nature. So I'm going to click. I'm going to cancel this, because I don't need to print or download it right now. But I can go to my listings and let's see, I can click on that, and then I can also, oops, here we go. Click on the property address and then generate QR code. So on any property, under the more actions button, again, you can send via text, add to saved, email to hashtag, text to hashtag, generate QR code. We click on generate QR code. And then if I were to, I can so I'm a Windows user, so I can right click on it and then click save image as. On Macs, I think you can do something similar. Again, I've got kind of a brain fog. I can't remember what it is. I think it's either control or command click or something to that effect. If you're a Mac user and you know how to save an image on online or something like that, if you want to type that into the chat, that might help somebody out. But I can save this QR code to my computer, and now it's an image on my computer like any other JPEG. And here it is in right here on my desktop. So there's the QR code for that particular property. So now I can use that QR code and put it on a yard sign. I can put it on a sign rider. I can do a lot of things, and it's going to take that whoever's scanning that QR code, again, it's going to take them to your personal website. So the last thing I wanted to talk about here, and I haven't seen any other questions or comments come up. So again, if anybody's got a question, please type it in there. That would be, I'm happy to help you. So I'm going to go back to Design Center, and we're going to talk about personal promotion pieces. So let's say we want to do a brochure, and hit enter. It's going to bring up all the different brochures that are available. Now, if you scroll down, you're going to see different templates that can be used. So you've got this kind of like scroll bar over here on the top. So we have 6 brochures there, and we've got 55 that have been saved, because these are brochures that I've created through these other assets that I've done. So I can also go to all media. And let's say I want to do a like a door hanger. I can click on a door hanger, and then I can do listing promotion. That's what all those are going to be for. What I want to do is create a like a personal promotion piece. Here we go. So there's 99 flyer designs in here. There's a lot of them. You can sort by content category. So let's say you want to do a community flyer. Oh no, I clicked on the bad one. Let's see. Agent. We know that one is a good one. So you've got a couple things there. You've got some agent resumes. So if you want to create your own like personal resume, if you're a new agent new to Remax and you want to create a personal promotion for yourself, you can do that. Community market updates. I mean, go ahead and just select them all, and it'll bring up different different options that are available to you. So, and again, we're in print media. So if you go over to social media or something else, you'll find different templates and different options there. So again, agent highlights and success, you'll find different templates in there. And then you've got the search bar up here. I always like to start off in the all media because that's going to give you the broadest selection of materials, and you can kind of whittle your way down to what it is you're looking for from there. So let's see, we've got another question. Is there a way to take off the My Listing section on my Remax site and a way to update the section or move section down about my office? Let's see. Deborah, yeah, I think we should probably talk about that because that's more about your website and actually I've got a little bit of time here. So let me address another question here, and I can get into the website a little bit if nobody has any other design center related questions. So Alina, when are the new logo assets going to be loaded? So honestly, I don't know the answer to that question. You have the ability under settings to go in and change those manually yourself. I was actually kind of surprised that they hadn't been done automatically because they are supposed to be digital. So here I can click on edit, and I can add in the, if I have the new digital logo, I can add it there. Your company, whoever manages your company, can log into your company account and upload them manually there. But it appears the Remax staff or IT team has not just pushed through a system-wide update, updating the old Remax logo to the new digital logo. So great question, but whoever is kind of your IT person in your office, they should be able to access this kind of like I have. Normally what they would see is this would be unlocked, and they can upload the new logo there. That's actually, I did this for my office here. So the secondary logo, I've left it unlocked so people can go in and change it and put in their own personal logos if they choose to do so. So are there any other design center, print, social post type questions? And if not, I'll kind of get into this website question here. I'm actually, Deborah, if it's okay, since you sent it to me directly, I'm going to repost the part of your question so people can see what it is we're talking about here. Julie, you call it a digital logo. They are working on branding for signs and office signage and pretty much everywhere. I have not seen the announcement made that you can go get new yard signs with the logo. I do know that they are not going to be mandating changes for a while. For those of you that have been around a little while, when we last went through a digital brand or a branding change, they gave us, I think, is like 4 years to update it. And honestly, nobody's really policing it anyways. So yeah, you can continue using your existing yard signs, open house signs, and nobody's going to bother you for at least a few years, I don't think. So for those of you that need new open house signs or signs, yeah, you can wait. But if you need them, go ahead and just order like 1 or 2 and not a batch of them, because they will hopefully within the next month or two, have new guidelines for signage with that new logo. But again, don't hold your breath. I've not heard an actual target date of when that information is going to be made available, because they got to go to all the approved suppliers and get them to adjust their artwork. Like the branding change, while I think is actually really good for Remax, it's just a massive undertaking. It's going to cost companies a lot of money to manipulate their existing library of materials to have the new branding on it. And the other question that just came through is the collection branding going to change? And the answer is, I don't know. I have not heard anything about the collection branding that getting a reboot. My guess is it will at some point, but I have not seen any confirmation of that. So again, if you're worried about buying materials that are going to be out of date, maybe just buy a small batch instead of a big batch until things get changed. So, all right. So getting to the website. So when you're on your website, you go, or to manipulate your website, you go to Web and IDX over here on the left-hand side, above the marketing and below the vitals tab. I believe it's under listing carousels. Forgive me, I wasn't prepared for the question, so I'm just trying to get my bearings here under editor. Yeah, it's not there. Site content, I think that might be where we want to be. Pages, widgets. Here we go. So the widgets is where you're going to manipulate where your content is located on your website. And Deborah, I don't have the ability to manipulate your website. I don't have access to make any changes. So I can see your website, but just know I can't actually go in and make any changes for you, unfortunately. But when you click on the widgets, so when you go to Web IDX and you click on widgets, you can add and remove and move around these items. So if you don't want property type to show up, you can get rid of it. If you want some other widgets, there's some listed over here on the left that you can add into your website. Let's see, if you click on the widgets, some of them you can edit, some of them you can't, even though they say edit. Some of them are like hard, what I call hard coded. So no, you can't really do anything with the just listed. The market report, can't do anything with that because you don't want to change the HTML, because then it won't work. But now here's something that you can manipulate. That's the featured area widget, which allows you to create a special area. So we can call this like the lakes, and then you give it a name like Arrowhead Lakes. You can draw it on a map. You can do some other things. You can add in your own image that will show up, and then you select your listing types. So single family, style, max price. You can set those parameters should you choose, and then click save. And then here is the lakes. And then if I go to my website and refresh it, I can scroll down and it'll show those featured areas here in just a moment once it refreshes. So Deborah, the answer is you might be able to move around some things, but you're not going to be able to move around everything. So because everything is template based, you're stuck within the constraints of the template. So featured areas. So here's the featured areas, and looks like I need to refresh it again to get that change. Oh, I didn't click save over here. I got to click save. So again, little not batting 100% or 1,000% today, but well, hopefully making enough sense for you. So again, Deborah, Yeah, there it is. So now the lake shows up here, and if I click on it, it'll bring up all the listings that match that criteria. So there's four listings. I can click on them. There they are. And so this is how that search works. So again, if you go under widgets, you can change some things in there. Website manager, you can get in and change some other things around in here. But when it comes to like moving things around, the widgets are what you're going to want to mess around with. And I will be talking about websites and how to manipulate your websites, create like squeeze pages and things like that here in another session, because it's just a lot of content to cover in 1 hour, and I don't I don't want to do it to you, and I frankly today I don't want to do it to myself either. So let's see, we've got a few minutes here left. Got a few people online still, so I'm happy to take questions regarding anything Bold Trail. It doesn't have to be Design Center. If you got a question about the CRM campaigns, the Google or the Bold Trail Present platform, anything like that, I'm more than happy to address them. And for anybody that's a little gun shy or have a question later, I'm gonna again copy and paste my contact information into the chat so you can reach me and the product support team should you need some additional support before the end of when we're done. So I always like to point out where you can get at your fingertips help. You've got the chat bubble over here on the right hand side, this little kind of blue bubble text message notification looking icon. If you click on that, you will be connected to the product support team at Remax. They're scattered all over the US. I think a lot of their team works virtually, but you are working with US based support, which I certainly can appreciate. Love dealing. And yeah, I mean, I end up talking to the same people frequently when I'm asking questions, looking for help. So that's kind of cool too. They, almost on a first name basis with a couple of them. And then over here on the left-hand side, support resources. This is basically their support website, where you can type in, like, if you got lost on QR codes, don't know where to find them again, type in QR code, and it will show you all the different places where you can, find out more information about QR codes and things like that. Campaigns. So anyhow, the Bold Trail system is, I've said it many times before, it's probably one of the best supported platforms out there when it comes to real estate technology. They've done as good of a job as I think they can do, making it easy for you to get help when you need it. Their support team, I think, works from 8 to 8, if I'm not mistaken, 5 days a week, and I think they have some limited weekend hours as well. They used to have the information posted somewhere. I don't know if they still do or not. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, they used to have it posted. Here we go. Monday through Friday, 6 to 6 Pacific time. So yeah, you've got a pretty broad amount of support that's still available to you. So just so you're all aware, it has taken the system some time to email me those assets. So the quick assets, well, it really just depends on how many people are in the platform, if they're doing any maintenance. So be patient. The information will get pushed through to you via email. And if you're really in a pinch and need to keep going, obviously you can go and create the materials using the listing, my listings, and then just click on Design Center and start creating what it is you actually need. So sometimes the quick assets may not be as quick as you want it to be. Hey, that's life. Sometimes we don't always get everything we want as quick as we want it, but most days it does work pretty well. I will tell you that. So Alina, you're very welcome. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging in there, everybody. I'm sorry if I got a little off base, or I try to keep my mojo high, but today is just I don't think it's going to be that day. So, any other questions? I am happy to hang on for another couple moments. Otherwise, we're at the top of the hour, and you're welcome to carry on with your day. I don't have anything planned to show you. What I can do is tell you what our session next Tuesday is going to be. I'm pulling up my itinerary here. Let's see, it is going to be, that's going to be on the 13th. Same bat time, same bat channel. Dating myself a little bit there, but I don't care. Let's see. Yeah, next week we're going to be talking websites. So Deborah, that's something you might want to tune into. Where the title of this session next week is Make Your Free Remax Website Pop Without Giving Yourself a Headache. So yeah, let's hopefully not ever have headaches. Headaches suck. So next week we're going to be talking about personalizing and manipulating your website. I'm not going to get into like HTML coding or anything super complicated. Everything I'm going to talk about is something that most of you should be able to do. So I'm going to start off with just kind of like, how do you make your website look like you actually care about it? And then we'll get into some more customization, personalization, and make it really dance, and maybe even generate some leads for you as well. The Remax sites are awesome, and I think they're going to continue to make them better and better as they've acquired some other companies and are folding in their interface to make these tools even better. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about this Bold Trail system and the Max Tech powered by Bold Trail platform is they're always looking for ways to enhance without increasing the cost to us, which right now is, and as far as I know, for the future will be zero. So you're not paying anything additional for all these tools, which is fantastic. If you haven't been paying attention to the updates from Remax, they've got the new Home View app, which is killer. It's a consumer forward app that is awesome. I would highly recommend you check it out if you want to empower your clients with an app other than the dreaded Z word or R word. And when I say that, I'm meaning Zillow and Redfin. The Home View app does a lot of the same things and keeps them connected to you. So to learn more about the Home View app, you can type in Home View in the box up here. Maybe. Oh, my computer's, oh, here it is down here. So you can type in Home View, click on Home View, and it'll take you to some resources on the Home View app. And that is something that I absolutely will be covering in another training coming up here soon. So yeah, this is kind of a teaser, so I don't keep y'all just hanging around. But going to Bold Trail. Oh gosh, I think my mouse is starting to die. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can click on the Home View. Oh, here we go. That's what's going on. I had a window popped up on my other screen. So let's see, you can type in Home View in the support log, and it'll bring you up information about the Home View system in there. And then again, you may find that just typing in Home View here will, you want to look for this Remax Home View button down here, and it'll take them to your page. Is there a way to download a printout of Home View and a consumer-facing flyer? Oh, I think Remax put out some assets. If you hang tight for 1 second, I'm going to check a folder that I've got on my computer where I just download a bunch of stuff into. Yeah, that's a good question. It might, if they were smart, which I think they are, they would have put something like that in Design Center. So let's just check and see if they have put anything in there. Yeah, they haven't uploaded a Home View flyer into Design Center. I would imagine that's a request. So for those of you, the question that I got is a direct message to me, so you wouldn't have seen it, is there a way to basically have a printable version of what you see on the screen here. Technically, you could just print this screen. It's not going to be great, but that is something that is, you could do, I guess. Um, let's see, where is the home view? Yeah, I tell you what, Deborah, if I find it, I'll email it to you. I saw you sent me your contact information, so let me grab that, and I will I will follow up with you if I can find it. I thought there was something consumer facing. I can't remember where they put it. But obviously it was not in a easy to find spot. So um gosh darn it. I feel like I should know this, and I'm just, yeah, my mind is just not there. So yeah, Deborah, I'll email it to you if I find it. Okay. Thank you for sending me your email. Um, perfect. All right, everybody. Well, we've run over time, so I think I'll just uh pack it in at this point. And again, if you have questions or comments, email me, call me, text me, set up a calendar invite with me. I'm happy to do it today. I'm alive. I will be working. I just might be in a more comfortable chair, hopefully. So anyhow, all right, everybody. I hope to see you next week. We're going to be talking personal websites and how to customize them, make them look good without making your head explode. And we're going to have some fun with it. So thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for being a part of the Remax Select and Remax Excalibur and all the Remax offices that we're all connected and sending referrals back and forth. So it's yeah, it's an exciting time and exciting to be a part of all this, and I'm happy to help all of you. So I look forward to helping you and seeing you next week. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.